Hello, and welcome to your meditation practice as part of the Open Heart Project. My name is Susan Piver, and I am very happy to be your meditation teacher. And today we're going to practice together for 10 minutes, and we're going to start right away, so please begin to settle yourself. Whether you're sitting on a cushion on the floor or in a chair, both are completely fine. And as you settle, I wanted to briefly address a point that many people bring up as they begin a meditation practice. Because at some point in our lives as practitioners, we may notice that rather than making us more kind of implacable or untouchable, meditation practice makes us more sensitive and more easily touched. So if you're beginning a practice sort of with the hope that it would sort of lop off the ends of the emotional spectrum so that you wouldn't feel, terrible when things were sad, and feeling super happy when things went well wouldn't carry you away overly, well, I'm afraid, but I must report to you that this is not the case. And actually, the opposite is what occurs. Rather than finding a kind of immunity to emotion, meditation makes us more emotional, more sensitive. And this is a very good thing, and I'm going to tell you why I say that. When I think of what this world needs more than anything else, what comes to my mind is compassion, some sort of feeling for other people. Our world needs this quite desperately. And the foundation of compassion is opening, is allowing yourself to be sensitive, which is another word for open, to the experience of others. And to me, allowing yourself to be open in this way is at the height of what is meant by fearlessness. Because fearful people close up and think they know what's going on. Fearless people open up and acknowledge that what happens from moment to moment is always changing, and there's a willingness to let go of fixed mind, which is the essence of bravery, to instead pay attention to what is happening. So in meditation practice, of course, this is exactly what we are practicing. We're practicing letting go of thoughts one by one to return attention to the breath. And if this is your first time practicing, you'll see why I say this in a moment. And in the case of our meditation practice, the breath is a stand-in for the present moment. So we're training letting go of concept to tune to breath, so that when we rise from our meditation cushion, we retain the ability to let go of concept, to tune into the present moment. So sensitivity is the root of compassion, which is rooted in openness, which is a form of fearlessness, which is cultivated through the sitting practice of meditation. So please know that as we practice today or on any other day, we are very much cultivating both compassion and fearlessness, which, as it turns out, are the same exact thing. Who knew? So without further ado, let's begin our practice for today. We will practice for 10 minutes. So please begin your practice by relaxing. Relax your body by allowing it to be right here, exactly as it is. And relax your mind by letting go of all expectation, because this turns out to be the most relaxing thing of all. Take a good seat, which simply means to sit up with a sense of upliftedness and ease at the same time. Often when we sit up straight, it's with a kind of anxiety or stress. This is sitting up straight with a sense of regalness and elegance. If you're on the floor, your legs are crossed loosely in front of you. And if you're in a chair, please sit with your feet flat on the floor. And you might want to experiment later with placing your feet on a cushion to bring your knees equal with your hips, because that is usually the most relaxing for most people. The hands are palms down, just above the knee. And just let the hands and arms and shoulders relax. They don't have to do anything right now. And feel your sit bones rooting down, and give your full weight to whatever it is you're sitting on, cushion or chair. And really rouse a sense of being earthbound, which is good. This is where we live. We're right here. The back, as mentioned, is straight and strong. And the front body is soft and open, because it just is. Your belly, your chest, and your throat. These are three of the gates with which we communicate with our world, and thus they're open. Sometimes that feels good, sometimes not so good. In any case, they're open. So relax with this sense of strong back and soft front. And know that this strength and softness, they are inseparable. And this is true on all levels. And the more you feel one, the more you feel the other. The chin is parallel with the ground and tucked a little bit so the back of the neck feels long. The mouth is closed, and the teeth can be slightly parted, which enables the jaw to relax, and just enjoy this opportunity to be silent. Breath comes in and out through the nose. Let the breath be natural. There's no technique required to breathe. The eyes are open, and the gaze is cast down to a spot about 6 feet in front. And let the eyes be soft. Imagine that they could drop back a tiny bit in the sockets to counter what we normally do with our eyes throughout the day, which is to reach out with them, to see what's on all sorts of screens, or read signs, or the expression on people's faces. There's no need to look in that way right now. This is a chance to let your eyes relax. You don't have to try to comprehend anything through the eyes right now, which is quite nice. And the crown of the head reaches up a little bit, while the sit bones continue to root down. And in this way, we human beings join heaven and earth in our own bodies, because this is where we happen to live, in between heaven and earth. Please place your attention on your breath as it flows in and out through the nose. And this simply means to be with your breath, to place awareness on the breath so that your attention comes all the way in as you inhale, like it was riding the inhale, and your attention dissolves out on the exhale, like it was surfing a wave back out to sea. So coming in on the inhale and flowing out on the exhale. notice that at the end of the exhale there is a little gap. And then notice how the following inhale simply gathers and arises from that gap. And you can begin again, as it does, coming in and dissolving out. Stay with your breath. Should attention become absorbed in thought rather than breath, to the point where you are so absorbed in thought that you've forgotten about your breath altogether, the first thing that you should acknowledge is that this is no problem. No problem. All you have to do, as you notice this, is let go. It doesn't matter what kind of thought it is, whether it's super important or super trivial or cruel or loving or dull, doesn't matter at all. Just let go and gently, kindly return your attention to the breath and begin again, coming in and dissolving out. Thank you so much for your practice.